growing up in the hood, we had youth clubs, table tennis. We didn't have social media. There was no way to network with people. Our mindset wasn't ready. We was young. We was just in parks, in the hood, on estates. And you gotta understand how the world has evolved, guys. And when I sit back and I'm literally, I go to networking events in Dubai and I meet 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, multi-millionaires. And I ask them, like, their story. And it makes me realize, like, the life that I lived and the life that we lived and the life that the people from the cultures lived, bro, like, we have the worst head start. You gotta understand that we have the worst head start. Like, these guys, and they've always had better head starts, even people my age. They understand businesses. They've been taught things. They've been no gatekeeping. They've understood these things, and we've kind of just come from the hood or been from the culture, and our desires is Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Our desires is girls with BBLs. Our desires with like impressing people, caring what people think. And we're getting exploited. Like, I would rather everyone hate me and me send out a positive message to direct our culture or direct up and coming. Direct your kids. Direct your little brothers. Direct your little sisters. For you to think, oh yeah, let me know my worth. Let me know my worth, because there's a lot of people, they don't know their worth, or if they do know their worth, they're not educated enough, or they ain't got the right guidance to know their worth. Now I'm online, and obviously Hardy Caprio is a good friend of mine. Like, I used to manage him for a short period of time after I managed Dig That, and he's a good friend of mine. And to see what's going on with him and to see that he's not releasing music. Like, a couple of days ago, I see him post something on his Snap, and it made me smile, like, oh, he's still there. But you don't actually, when people cry out for help, bro, it's like we see it. But like I said, no one cares. I always tell you, no one cares. This is why I'm so ballsy. This is what someone said. I'm so ballsy. You get me? What? Pause. Yeah? I'm so ballsy, but I don't care. But if I want to say something, I'm going to say it how it is. Whether you agree with me, whether you don't. Whether you have a bad opinion, whether you have a positive opinion, I appreciate it. But you got to understand this, yeah? There's people really going through it. That is leading roles. That is people that's made it from the hood. That is success stories. And we're seeing these things. You get me? And it's like, right, yeah, that happened to you. That happened to you. Like, the guy's crying out, this is what's going on, this is what's happened, and this is how I've been taken advantage of. Now, he's a musician. So be careful when you're signing up, bro. Be careful, because it's like, this is what I mean. Like, this is where a lot of people have these theories when it's like, all right, boom, you sold your soul to the devil. Hardy Caprio didn't sell his soul to the devil, guys. What I'm saying is, when you're signing deal structures and record deals and these things, sometimes, bro, they can turn real left and you can have these people taking advantage of you. Now, I'm not going to keep on mentioning the person's name that's took advantage of him, because I'm very smart and I'm very tactical. And, you know, I ain't trying to get cancelled, you get me? So let me just kind of go through things and let's go. I come across this guy. Let me flip my screen. I'm going to subscribe to him, because big shout out to him. He's saying a positive message. What happened to Hardy Caprio? You get me? His name's No Lid. So let's get into this.
If you don't know who Hardy Caprio is, around maybe 2017, 2018, when Afro Swing was sort of at its peak in the UK, there was this surgence of new artists coming up, and one of those artists that was absolutely blowing up was Hardy Caprio. He was having some of the biggest tunes in the whole country. Unsigned, an absolute anthem. Best Life, also still probably one of the most popular UK rap summer songs to this day. Guten Tag, we dig that. But recently, nothing has really been heard of this guy. There was a Daily Duppy 3 years ago, but if we go on his own page, the last post was 2 years ago. Well, at one point, he was maybe one of the biggest names in the country. He was at least having some of the biggest songs in the country. So, a lot of people ask me all the time, what happened to Hardy Caprio? The best way to find out...
Guys, what's going on with musicians. The reason why I always talk about musicians because that's the world I was in. If I was in the boxing world, obviously I'm in the boxing world, but if I was in the boxing world like that or the football world, I'll be talking about these areas, these people. But guys, what is going on with our musicians? Why are they hitting their peak and all of a sudden falling off? Like, what is happening? Like, where do we, like, this is why it's crazy. Like, look, people come into our scene, yeah? They talk about drill or this person's violent or ban this, but the same organization is taking all our money from it. Are you with me? So it's like, but then the artists blow up, they get to the highest heights, and my man's actually making great music. He's not making drill music, he's making Afro swing into a little bit of, bro, he's been getting, the guy gets booked, he's been getting bookings, but all of a sudden he's just gone missing. Like, he must be really in dark times. Like, why is someone that is young, all he wants to do is make music and achieve things, and then now he's getting, bruv, let me just flick the screen, man, because you can watch it.
Now, what actually happened to him is to go on his Twitter. He was sort of on a Twitter rampage in like 2023. His Twitter audience isn't that big, so a lot of people haven't seen this. There are still thieves in Universal exploiting young kids today. So one of the big issues with Hardy Caprio was his label. He was having a lot of label issues. So since me asking for Adam Barker / Universal to return my account and the money related to it, Adam Barker has said I'm threatening them. EMI Records has raised concerns because they feel extorted and want to make an example. And he wasn't giving too much detail on what was actually going wrong with the label. Just to let you know, I've received a call saying they feel like they're being blackmailed because I'm asking for my money back.
Guys, this is really deep. Even when I started managing him, you had the president of Virgin had to step down because he said something about Hardy Caprio that he owns him. Just understand how deep this is, guys. You get me? After that, they sorted things out. You got a good deal structure. You had a great solicitor. You get me? And then now he's just all he's doing is going through problems upon problems upon problems. Afterwards, we're going to go through his Spotify and kind of just calculate just within how much money he's made for the labels. He's talking about there's 6 figures, yeah? 6 figures. 6 figures of revenue that the labels have just taken. Surely that's going to make you feel depressed. Like, see, when you sign, things might be great, things might be amazing. But guess what? One thing that Danny Pressplay told me, you don't have enough money to take people to court. Forget a contract. You ain't got enough money to take people to court. Can you keep on taking people to court because they can play that game? And this is what happens. Do you have enough money to take people to court? Everyone talks about contracts. Okay, take me to court. Do you know how much it costs from a solicitor to keep on sending emails? And do you know how much it costs for people to respond? It just takes time. People don't even respond on time. Then you have to do another letter to the courts. Do you know how much that even costs? Everyone talks about, yeah, boom, sign a contract, make sure everything's down in black and white. I'm going to take you to court. Do you have money to take people to court?
They feel blackmailed. I'm 6 figures down. Anyone care how I feel? So you can see he was really going through it. This isn't a new thing. This isn't a new thing for artists to have label trouble. It happens all the time. A lot of artists have label trouble, but this guy went from literally having the biggest songs to completely going off the grid. The last thing I saw was that Daily Duppy, and then we didn't really hear anything. I'm letting go. Maybe it's the wrong decision. Maybe it's the right. Hands up, I can be naive, and maybe I'm naive to think all the liars and thieves would disappear when I left Croydon. The facts are on my page, and I don't know what else to do. I'm tired. Imagine going back and forth for years over money you've made and are entitled to just get lied to so much you have to record your phone conversations. Imagine having to tone down your frustrations because the people that have stolen from you feel scared or threatened. I'm black or an artist, bro. I get it. Whatever it is, I get it. My family will be and are fine because I get busy. My friends will be and are fine because I get busy. But I kid you not, I'm just exhausted, mentally drained, physically drained. So you can see he...
Guys, we're getting exploited, and this is what keeps on happening. If you look at Young T and Bugsy if we look at many of these artists, people keep on saying, oh, what happened to Notes? Or what happened to this person? What happened to this person? What's happened to J Hus? Where's J Hus, bro? Where is J Hus? What's going on with J Hus? You see, when I say, oh, name 7 millionaires, and I say, oh, boom, boom, boom. Listen, whatever an artist's success career looks like on paper is amazing. You get me? But whoever owns the royalties and when people sign from early and when people are not happy within what's going on, bro, this is why I say, people think, oh yeah, J Hus, yeah, boom. My man's got some mental state and boom, boom, boom. Bro, all these things play a factor, bro. You get me? All these things add and play a factor. And this is why I always say, listen, I'm not part of the industry, because what happens is people will see things and they don't really want to speak up. I don't care for it. Like, I'm here for it. Like, I'm here to educate the younger so this don't happen to you guys, and you can answer the right questions, or you can be a bit skeptical. Ownership, independent, own your stuff. Don't sell for less. Years ago, when Hazy was releasing Packs and Potion, you can go on Festify, he actually mentioned it. Hazy was releasing Packs and Potion. I said, do not sign that deal, bro. Just get a distribution deal and keep them building. What's happened? Bam, they monetize what they monetize, boom, threw him out. What's happened? Trust me, bro. I know what I'm speaking about. And it frustrates me, because it's like, there's a lot going on in our scene, and there's a lot of people actually going through it. But no one don't want to speak out, because it's like, now Hardy probably dropped music and he won't get the support that he needs to get, because everything is run by how it needs to be run. You get me? But if we kind of just make sure we think outside the box, know that there's areas, and target the world. Stop targeting just the scene. Bro, if you look at IMDb, bro, IMDb was never a part of the UK culture. And look what she actually done. Look what her and the team actually done during that. She's from Manchester. Look what they actually done. If you look into what IMDb done, crazy. That's what you kind of talk about, not being a part of it. Yeah, you can sign the label deals, but just understand there's things that you don't have to. A lot of people, what I realized, I was talking to T1 Official, and from early, I know a lot of artists and a lot of people, a lot of personalities saying, look, if you're not from London, people don't really give man the time of day. If you're from up north or whatnot, you lot have the best chances. You lot have the best chances. If you look at all the artists that's blowing up north, they blow up north and down south. If you look at the artists that's blowing up down south, bro, it's very hard for them to even blow up north. You get me? I remember Krypton Conan was performing up north, Blackpool. And I'm saying, bro, why are you performing that set? Why are you performing that set? Like this, I don't even know this music. He's saying, bro, these people don't know Last Night in LA, bro. They know more of man's mainstream songs. You get me? One Extra's only capped to a certain mile. You get me? This is why if you get onto Radio 1, if you get onto the Others the Choice or whatever, it's national. You get me? And it made me realize the exposure, and it made me realize certain things. And just understand that if you're from up north and you're watching this, please understand, yeah, that you have a bigger chance than people that's even from London. Let's flip the screen.
He was really going through it, and a lot of people don't know about this because it wasn't very public. It really wasn't that public. Hardy announced last August with a Twitter post, being in the industry has broken me. It detailed how his experiences within the industry has turned music into a source of pain.
Madness.
And how the people inside them buildings rinsed another broken kid from a working class environment. Hardy went on to describe trauma in his family life and alluded to being sexually abused as a child, before resolving that his statement was not the end but the start of something better. So this is
deep. This is deep. A man is opening up. Opening up. And there's no one from our scene that's being like, do you know what? We need to move together, and there needs to be more support. There's no support from the younger generation, and this is why, for me, I have so much time for them, because there has to be support. I don't care if you lot don't like me. I don't care. You get me? But I know where I came from. I came from no opportunities. I came from the club, the youth club, playing pool. There's one pool ball missing because someone's taking it. Table tennis. You get me? Like, I come from them eras and there was no stress then. There was no stress. We didn't have no ambition. We didn't want to be anything. Now you guys can be something. You can be streamers. You can do anything, bro. You get me? You can be lawyers. You can be doctors. You can be actors. You can make short films. You can make films. You can be footballers. You can do things. You can be barbers. There's TikTok. Be creative. We didn't know about none of these things. We didn't have social media. There was no YouTube. There was no Snapchat. There was no TikTok. We couldn't make money from these things. We couldn't make money from Instagram. There was no YouTube. You're watching this. There was no YouTube when we was coming up. There was no YouTube. Understand that, please.
Deep stuff, bro. This is really deep stuff. He's in a good place, though. I've been spending a lot of time by myself. I actually haven't had time to do that since music first took off. These have been the first few months that I've had quality time with myself. Hardy explains, between sips of hot honey and lemon, it's helping me get to who I really need and want to be. Ultimately, I wanted to take hold of where I want to go as an artist. He was struggling. To this day, we really haven't heard that much from him. I mean, the Twitter chain here just goes on and on about
Crazy
issues with his label. With all due respect, if this is the case, why is he pushing this public rather than doing this route? What people don't understand about lawyers is they have relationships they need to protect. Universal is huge, and a lot of lawyers are scared of going against them. It's not...
Guys, you're a music artist. You're blowing up. I need a music lawyer. Who are you going to get? Who's going to recommend you? Someone's going to recommend you, whether it's someone from the labels or whether it's a friend. These music lawyers are all friends with each other. They're all friends. I'm not saying they're all bent. I'm not saying they're all iffy, but they're all friends. Understand there's a job. Understand there's a job. So when my man's saying that, he's talking real talks, guys. And just understand this. So when you see DBE and you see how strong they are, bro, we ain't signing. We're not signing. We're independent. We're not signing. They didn't get DBE, bro. They could do what the fuck they want. They could do whatever they want. Anything. They could drop 100 albums to this year. Can't say anything.
Not as simple as having money to pay them. A lot of artists have label issues as well, but to this extent where the guy completely goes off the map, it is kind of crazy. And the last tweet he put out was 20th of September 2023, and since then, over a year and a half later, we still haven't heard anything, or at least I haven't found anything publicly to see what he's getting up to. Right, so this is Hardy Caprio's Spotify. As I said, you got huge hits, best...
Bro, I was going to show you Hardy's Caprio Spotify, but he showed you it. So let's go.
Unsigned, Guten Tag, near enough 100 million streams. See Nobody with Wes Nelson. He had this comeback in 2020 when Wes Nelson dropped his first tune. Massive tune for Wes Nelson at the start. I don't think anyone was predicting that. And Hardy Caprio's feature definitely helped. But if we go show all on his discography, the last tune on Spotify was this Daily Duppy in 2022, and if I can find the exact date, September 2022. 2.5 years, no drops on Spotify. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the information to look into it and see if the label issues have been fixed. I'm just going to guess that maybe it's ongoing because it's...
Guys, it's madness. Hardy Caprio was with the same label, Virgin, that Krypton Conan was with. If you watch Krypton Conan's Thoughts in the Cuddy, they had problems with, they didn't get paid any royalties from their music. Heady One was with, he was in Sony, what the name of the label. He was trying to get out of his label, had problems, had to get lawyers involved. You get me? Ongoing. You get me? Young T and Bugsy, respectfully, they're saying things nicely because they don't want to be blackballed. But bro, I made this song. We got signed for advance. We've actually made no money from labels. Can we get an audit, please? Hey, madness, bro.
It's been 2.5 years and he hasn't dropped a song on Spotify, which is sad because I feel like it's probably too late now. When you're a popping artist like that and you take these huge breaks, coming back out of nowhere and trying to make a return, there's too many UK artists that peaked a few years ago, maybe hoping that they can have a comeback if they start dropping again. And I just don't think too many people are going to care about it. Even TikTok 2022 was the last post, and people asking in the comments, where's Hardy? Come back. We miss you. Come back. Some people are still interested, but I think when you're an artist, especially in the UK scene, or any scene really, if you're an artist and you're not dropping regularly and you're not one of the biggest artists in the world.
My people, please understand, that we need to educate ourselves. We need to educate the youth. We need to work within ourselves. Like, I saw a clip today. I saw a clip on Instagram, and it was, I think, Chronic from RTM podcast, and he was comparing himself. They was comparing RTM podcast with Winners Talk with Pound Sterling and these podcasts, yeah, and they're saying that, oh, we got more viewers, we got more numbers. Bro, why are we always comparing ourselves? Why are we always comparing ourselves? Why can't we work together? Why do we have that stigma? There's around 3% black people in the UK. Guys, I'm not saying all black people's part of the culture, but I'm saying, like, why do we always do that, bro? Why do we always do that? And this is what I mean. This is why there's always disconnects. And this is why when there's always people leveling, the devil always comes knocking to try to tear them down. Bro, like, this is madness here. Man's doing a podcast, man's doing an interview, talking about man's got more numbers and man can't chat to man. Bro, I wish you both luck, bro. I wish you lot both highest heights. I wish you lot both get the bag, bro. Both get the bag. Trust me, bro. Because the world is our ceiling. The world is our ceiling, bruv. Understand that. The world is our ceiling. But like I say, we take it back to where we came from and the opportunities that we had and the mindset we had. We need to start flying out, bro. We need to start flying out, going to see the world, going to see normal people. Go sit down with a cameraman and have a conversation. Go sit down with someone that's into coffee, bro. You get me? And it will change your mindset. It will change the way you think. It will change little other areas. Trust me, man. Trust me, man. I'm going to go into one more thing, guys. But it's madness. It's madness. See this all the time on the internet, and it's like, when will it stop? When will it stop?
So I'm 17, 18, things at home are wild, and then
Type into, look,
fire. So I
gotta listen to this one.
go live with my cousin in East London. So now I've left South and I've gone to East. I'm still on my badness, but I've transferred over to a different form of badness. It's more about the money now. So you know the saying, right? More money, more problems. I ended up getting stabbed, was witnessing way too many shootings, and I got kidnapped twice. Last but not least, I ended up catching a firearms charge. Death was becoming a reoccurring thing, and unfortunately was being normalized. Now 21, it really got close to home. My sister's husband, may his soul rest in peace, unfortunately got shot broad daylight over some sort of transaction that went wrong. Yeah, this one cut me deep because my sister was 6 months pregnant with my unborn nephew. So you remember my best friend Solomon? Well, this is a best friend moment. I told him the situation and that how I wanted to pattern up and get into something proper. He introduced me to a couple people and a couple jobs, and then he introduced me to a guy called Freeman. Freeman's a gentleman that always said there's something about you. He said he liked my character, he said he liked my mannerisms, and he was gonna help me get a job. And man, he didn't lie. He put me onto Ferrari. This is one of the crazy experiences of my life because what it done, it taught me about the
Guys, if you don't get up and make change, yeah? If you don't get up and make change, you're going to be like one of the man them spending life in prison. And it doesn't matter if you're innocent, it's what they can prove. It's what motive that they can put together. And 9 times out of 10, you see crime now, you're getting found guilty, bro. You're getting found guilty, you're getting sent to jail, bro. And everyone's got hopes for appeals. But if you look at the hundreds or the thousands of people that's trying to go for their appeal, go look at the percentage of appeal. And I speak to a lot of man's brethren that's doing 35, 25, and some of man's brethren's been in jail 15 years still trying to appeal. And that's their hope of like, every year, or it might take 3 years, and we're waiting to hear back from my appeal to get through what they need to get through. But understand, yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap, man. It's a trap. It's not what they can prove, guys. It's not, how do I put it? Like, it's what motive they can say. Bro, KO got, what, 37 years, or he wasn't there, but he rapped about something. So you've rapped about something, and you've got 37 years because key areas has led to something, and you've got sentenced to 37 years, but you wasn't there. How is that even possible? I have no idea. You tell me, guys. Tell me how that's possible. Just understand, you see us, we are worse off. So if we don't wake up and we don't go do new things, the brother here, the brother raised, tell him, man, look, bro, I had to get out of the cycle that I was in, and I now end up getting a job. He's working at Ferrari. Someone that's just got nicked with a firearm and all these mad things. Bro, people are getting killed around him, and now he's making that transition. Just take this in.
Working world exposed me to things that were different, and it gave me a sense of discipline. Now at Step Now, we have a saying: a stretched mind from new experiences can never go back to its old dimensions. And it was exactly that.
Powerful.
All that hood stuff, all that street stuff, after being exposed to this new world at Ferrari, just didn't make sense for me anymore. It didn't end there. I then went on to work for Bentley, and then I went on
Powerful.
to have a successful career at Toyota. Now, with all the experience from the motor industry, I then got inspired to create my own car company called Prestige M UK, which customized cars and made them look bling bling. So after having that urge to want to give back, had a conversation with Tony, had a conversation with Solomon, had a conversation with Godwin, and we all said we actually wanted to give back. So what did? We created our organization, Step Now.
Solid.
It stands for Start to Elevate People Now. Our organization's ethos runs on 4 pillars: financial literacy, mental health and physical health, purpose, and careers. At the beginning stages, this was hard. You can imagine 4 black guys going around saying they want to help youth. We had to do prisons for free, schools for free, community work for free.
Take this back. Hey, look at that one there. And guys, that's the thing. I remember Ray hit me up, say, yo, bro, can you come into the school and do a talk? Of course, I'm always here for the kids. No matter what, I'm always here for the kids. And look what the 4 positive black brothers are doing. Step Now. Look at the transition that he made, guys. Look where he started from. He's talking about when he was born with complications and he had to stay in the hospital for 4 or 5 months. Then he's talking about his stepdad's sister's son killed her, stabbed her 18 times. What? Then he's going on. He's saying that his sister got pregnant at 16. Then he just said down the line that his sister's baby father got shot. Bro, like, look at all this trauma that we go through and that we have to keep on going to overcome. It's madness, bro. It's madness. It's madness.
Community work for free. First 2 years, our office were our bedrooms and our living rooms. But you know the saying, hard work pays off. As I stand here today, Step Now is one of the UK's leading youth organisations.
Solid.
Helping thousands of young people, giving them so much opportunities across the board. In the midst of creating Step Now, I actually took a sabbatical and went back home to Ghana, where my parents were from. This was the best trip ever because I got to see Ghana for what it is, and I got to experience and understand what my ancestors had gone through in the past. I was privileged and honoured enough to visit the Cape Coast castles, where a lot of my ancestors were put in dungeons, and I saw what will happen to them. Now this triggered something deep in me, because I didn't know that all of these things had happened to my ancestors, and being in these dungeons and smelling and feeling all the things that happened to them, I just didn't understand how these bad things had happened to my ancestors for years and years and years. But most importantly, it made me realize that me being in the UK, I can't be doing silly things. I can't be wasting time. Like, I'm privileged to be in the UK, but it didn't end there. Going back to Accra, I was seeing kids as young as 2, 3 years old trying to sell me water on their head, trying to sell me basically anything that they can get their hands on. You know, I'm talking real young hustlers. And seeing what happened to my ancestors in the castle, seeing young kids trying to hustle and sell me anything for, you know, the ages of 2 and 3, really sparked something in me. So coming back to London, complete different mind shift. I didn't only want to do better for me and my immediate family, I wanted to do better for people in general. And this is when the journey began.
Guys, let me flip the screen so make sure you lot see his YouTube, and make sure you subscribe, man. Lock in, man. This is a great role model for our culture. Parents, like if you have sons and daughters, please get them to watch these videos, man. I know that they're after the ching ching and whatnot, and it's very hard to kind of have them focused in these sort of things, but get them to understand the realities of, like, if you put yourself through these areas, if you start doing all these areas, bro, you can become like this. You can become dead. You can become in jail. You can become. Listen, there's an artist that I'm helping. I'm doing coaching for, helping with his marketing, and his name's Moby, yeah. And big shout out to him. And he had an explosion. He had an explosion, and it went all over his face. And he wears a mask. You get me? He's got skin burns, yeah. And me and him have deep conversations because it's very important. I want to know how his mental is and how he keeps him going. The way how he stays consistent, when he stays focused. He's a very cold artist, and I'm like, bro, like, how do you do all of this? And it's just like, bro, like, I'm going through this, I'm doing this. He's sharing some personal stuff, and I'm just like, keep on going, bro. You inspire me. You inspire me because I don't know the stuff that you're even going through. I don't know how you're going through and what's making you overcome it, but bro, keep on going. You inspire me, my brother. You get me? So I just want to send you a message and let you know that you need to keep on going. You inspire me and block out the noise. Because, bro, trust me, as soon as you start growing and growing and growing, there's some people, the world is not a nice place. The world don't love you, bro. Get me? No one cares. And you have to block out the noise and you have to keep on going. Look, I've been talking for over 31 minutes. I usually do the 15 minutes and whatnot. But guys, make sure you like, subscribe. And if you like content like this, just subscribe to my YouTube. And please just press the like button. All I ask you, if you're watching this right now and you like this content, press the like button. And yeah, man, I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.